And welcome back to the Moderately Idiotic Podcast. I'm your host, Paul, and my man, John.
Howdy, howdy.
Second pod of the new year. New podcast just launched as of recording. We recorded before my 50th birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Let's
Thank you,
celebrate
sir.
Polly today.
My man here, John, he kindly donated his skills to DJing my birthday. I
Had a
appreciate
great time. Yeah, I loved it. I always loved doing it, man. I loved playing music that you liked, that I specifically
Yeah.
curated for
No,
your era and your
look,
generation.
Look,
and
I'm
for
not
you.
trying to, blow smoke up your ass, but
Mm.
all the my head was nodding all night. You hit
Yeah.
it for me,
But that was my only goal,
for me.
period. Right? Outside of letting a few
Everybody
people
else,
slow dance.
everybody else was like, "Why?" I mean, he's kind of all over the place, and I go,
Yeah.
He's just pulling shit out of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I had a few people even ask. They were like, "Hey, man, is there like a theme?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever Polly likes."
Yeah.
And they were like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "I know."
Yeah, well, I got a lot of flack because you were the karaoke Nazi. You wouldn't give anybody a microphone to
Hey,
let
man.
them sing.
One person grabbed the mic too many times, said too many things, and I
Hey.
was like, I got to cut
Hey.
you off, fella.
All right, who is that? Is that a mutual?
It's one of the mutuals, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you a couple things off air, but yeah,
Come on.
it was fun. But I had fun.
Hey, we got to do it for the listeners. You know what I mean? We got to give them. We got to give them the tea, dog.
No, it was good. I enjoyed.
Well, if so, in the after action report of the party,
Mhm.
I realized that I planned for 50. I don't think I got 50. It was probably a strong 30.
Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So there was way too much food
Okay.
left over. Thank goodness that got divvied up. I mean, people ate quite a bit, and
Good.
people took plates to go, which what I encouraged.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so there was some left, and we all kind of divvied it up. And I didn't want any of it except for these spicy green beans that this friend of mine made for me.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean that's basically all I wanted out of that. The chicken went to my sister. She's gonna feed that chicken to her chickens, and then lay these fucking great eggs that
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
gonna
That's
enjoy.
the way to do it.
Yeah, just recycle,
Recycle.
Soylent Green.
Reuse. Reduce.
And then
Recycle.
I have to say though, I wasn't thrown off because I know you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I know you're not fucking around when it comes to like music.
Right.
But like toward the end of your set, when you started like fucking mashing it up,
Yeah.
and you was hitting the fade, and I
Mhm.
was like, oh shit. It was good to see, because
Gotta have fun.
I mean, I envy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like growing
Thank you.
up, listening to like Run DMC and Jam Master Jay, and look, obviously
It took.
I'm not,
Yeah.
trying to, really, but the scratching and the mixing and the
worked
merging
really
the
hard to learn it.
songs, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I was like, well, that's talent.
That's all I wanted. But I do this, and especially with parties where it's like, you got to keep it chill for most of it, or you got to keep it logical. Because it's not a club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You're not doing a solo club show
Yeah.
where, hey, everybody look at me. But I like to remind people that, hey, this is the thing I do. But also, I love doing it. Like I got my first 2 turntables when I was 15.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was already playing 3 instruments. I hadn't graduated to drums yet, but I was already playing 3 instruments, and I wanted to learn how to DJ because I was already making beats with drum machines and stuff. And I was like, I think I could do this.
See, I mean, I guess in hindsight, since I just crossed, half a century in
Mhm.
age, I was like, man, having like say for whatever the circumstances is that, I mean, you have like a skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you needed to rustle up some cash for whatever reason.
And that's exactly what I use it for.
You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Christmas is coming up. Let me book a couple gigs
book a
somewhere
handful of gigs and pay for Christmas.
get some cash and,
Mhm.
get the kids what they want. you know, I don't have that. I envy that because, you know, I don't have that kind of skill to where like I could just like show up at a club and be like, oh, hey, Paul, yeah, or whatever, or hey, do you want to DJ? I mean, unless it's just like me showing up with an iPad or on my fucking phone and plugging it into a speaker. I mean, if they want to call that DJing, but not the whole. I mean, and granted, in the beginning of the party, you were just kind of playing the hits.
That's the goal.
And then at the end, you were kind of like, okay, I'm not. Let me just remind everybody.
Because now they're drunk.
Let me remind everybody that I'm not just.
Yeah, now everybody's got enough
songs.
alcohol in them to be like, what? Oh, now they can loosen up. If you start the night off with that, you're going to scare half the people if they're older, right? If they're ready for it, then they're like, oh, man, this is cool. But if
what
they're
is
not,
this, the newfangled? What's this kid doing over there?
Instead, so I know how to play a room, you know? I know what I want.
Yeah, man,
from
you had
the room.
what, 3 or 4 couples. They were fucking two-stepping when you hit
I
me.
knew when to do it.
When you had your country segment of when you were dropping them.
Because I would drop,
hits.
you know, I made sure, because I said, I'm telling you, I was pretty, what's the word? I went pretty deep is all I'm saying is, so I was going out of my way to be like, okay, you know, 80 song here, 90 song here, country song here. 80 song here, 90 song here, hip hop here, country song here. I was really making sure.
Is it harder that way when like with me because, you know, like my taste
No,
run,
because
like,
you and I have
5 decades.
No, because that's why we get along.
Right.
But it's also how my brain works to where it's like, no, man, I don't want to, as much as people think, you know, like we've talked about before, as much as people think like the 2 genres that are all me, it's like, no, man, I do love that stuff, but that's not how my brain is wired and listening to, right?
You know, I was jamming the fucking Millsap, Ronnie Millsap when I got here. I'm like, yo.
And I played 3 Millsap songs because it's like, no, man, I love this shit. And I loved him. Here's what's so cool about it, right? I got the grandfather that really instilled a lot of good country in me, but also, right, you've got a piano playing blind guy.
Yeah.
All right?
Ronnie Millsap Ronnie Millsap in The Night Agent just hit home.
These are my heroes, is all I'm saying, right? Because, you know, Stevie Wonder's pretending, right? We all know he's faking it. That guy's not really blind.
You see, I wonder if he owns a Tesla.
He's playing the long game.
He's just getting in the car and like, you know.
He's playing the long
Siri.
game. You see Prestige?
What's that was a movie, right? Yeah. That was with Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. It's Wolverine, Batman.
That's
Batman's butler.
Prestige wasn't a Nolan film, was it?
Yes, of course it was.
Oh, well, then that explains why. Except for Jackman.
Right, yeah.
Jackman was a wild card, but Bale and...
yeah, dude, that's what... And Johansson's there, and... Alfred's there, but the whole thing, right? Not that I'm trying to spoiler alert, 20 years old movie, but...
Yeah, it's all right. Go ahead.
The whole movie is the long play. They find this, Asian, old Chinese magician, and they're like, man, how's he doing it? He's so feeble and crippled. And the guy goes, no, that's the play. Yeah. And so when they show him, he's there and he's walking like a cripple. Well, because he's got like a bird cage between his legs.
It's like the Maester on Game of Thrones. They had that one episode where they like show in his chamber and he like gets up and then he drops and hits like fucking 20 push-ups. Right. He's like, oh shit.
And so in that movie, they show the Asian guy like pull the bird cage out from between his legs, hop into the fucking chariot and then drive off. They're like, oh shit, so he's just pretending to be an old crippled Asian man. Right. It's like, yep. And they show you that at the beginning of the movie, so you know, like, hey, if you were paying attention.
You know what's crazy is like you think of like, I mean, and I'm sure that a lot of that was real, but you imagine it's like back then the audiences would, you could get by with like some kind of like magic tricks. But you imagine trying to fool motherfuckers now?
Nah, dude, it's hard as shit.
How do these cats that are still, out there doing it? I mean, it's that's another thing. That's another like skill. I mean, that's not just
No, that's why the ones that are good at it, you're like, God damn, are those mentalists? That's the new trick, right? Be that guy that can fucking guess your pin.
Dude, that was my favorite show. I watched all of that. Have you ever seen The Mentalist on CBS? Oh man.
But
Patrick Jane,
so
Red John, check it out if anyone's listening. It's a good show.
It is a good show. But yeah, long game, right? So you gotta be willing to play the long game for some shit like that,
right?
I don't even remember what we started that got us here? What
No,
was it?
I don't remember either. But so all these Doomsday trailers are coming out.
Ooh, baby.
Apparently, we got like Namor and Thing and M'Baku and
Man, I need to see more.
the new
of 'em,
Black
but
Panther.
I'm
I hadn't
excited.
seen any of them because I thought they were all leaks.
Okay.
But see, I
watched
was
most-
supposed to, and I'm still am. I still have a little time left on my sabbatical, and I haven't gone to see Fire and
This guy.
Ash.
I don't
But,
even think
like-
he works anymore.
I want to know, like, I want to go because I want to see, because apparently they're playing all these trailers before.
Yeah.
Fire
You
and
should go
Ash.
see it because it's also a good movie. You're gonna
Yeah,
go. You should go see.
My brother, I've forced my brother to watch 6 hours of first Avatar in the Way of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Water. And, he's kind of like with me. He's kind of like, man, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not like the concept or the script was like,
No.
it was original in terms of the world that James Cameron created.
Yeah, dude, you got floating islands. It's beautiful.
Right. It's another
Yeah.
planet. You got all this kind of crazy shit going on. Of course, the Americans or, the humans in this case is trying to fuck everything up. And then,
Yeah.
then it's kind of a cause like to save their planet. But,
Yeah.
like I said, it's not, stretching crazy as far as like original. I mean, I've said it before. Everything is the same.
Yeah.
Same movie, just the characters that you create and the
Well-
world that you build, and he's obviously killing it with the world that
Check.
he built.
Man, check this one out. Nigel, I sent him something, and he goes, "What is that? Is that from Terminator?" And I said, "No, it's Tron. Blah blah blah."
Oh, you
And then he
shitting
goes,
on
"Oh."
Ares.
Well, he didn't even mean to. He was just asking because he didn't know from the picture. And I was like, "No, man, it's trying to." And then I said, "Hey, man, completely different movie." I said, "This movie," and then I was like, it only took me like 2 seconds to realize, right? And I go, "No, man, this movie is about a computer-generated, AI-driven program that is designed for war and named after war, right? And then in doing that task, it discovers his own humanity and ends up being one of the good guys." I said, "This is nothing like Terminator."
It's exactly
And
Terminator.
It's the exact thing.
Exactly
It's Terminator.
Terminator.
Ares. They're both
Yeah.
names of destruction.
Hey, when fucking Arnold, fucking had that heroic moment where he went into that molten metal, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I was like, this is the same fucking movie. I was like, damn you, man. I was so
Yeah.
mad because I was like, no. And
Right,
It
yeah.
only took, all it
And
took
hey,
was him going,
and that's my point
that
though.
Terminator?
But the thing that Tron does is that it it gives you like this incredible via CG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all incredible, man. When they're on the highway
yeah.
and they flip that little red thing. And it cuts that cop car in half. I mean, that's on the trailer. That's
know.
not spoiling
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
anything. But I'm just saying, like, seeing that on the big
Yeah.
screen. And I made sure, and look, I'm I'm rubbing it in. But, I got seats to where, like, I encompass.
Yeah.
It's like the only way instead of going to IMAX to watch IMAX is get just close enough where it takes out your entire field of view.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it was like,
One of the things I'll do, sometimes I'll do it here in different spots, but I'll use one of my projectors, right? And we do the
Right.
projection thing. But if you do it in like a corner or at an angle, the movie does the
curve.
the curve.
Yeah.
And so there are times where like I'll be in my room laying and it's like Nicole will be sleeping and I'll grab one of my smaller projectors and just point it right up at like the perfect, right where all three corners meet. And
Right.
I'll put it right there. And then now my whole
You get like a fisheye
Yeah, I get
lens
this
and you can watch the
fisheye
whole movie.
sphere. I'll be watching The Matrix and I'm just like, yeah.
Have you been? Did you say you went to the Sphere?
We went to the Sphere. We are going again in April.
You said that was wild.
It's awesome. Yeah, and my old man just went. He just got back. He saw The Wizard of Oz, which is what we're going to go see in April because we're going for the music festival. But yeah, we went. We saw the. It's called Postcards from Earth.
Yeah, you told me, and I remember it now when you brought that up. Well, it was your look, it was your facial expression about the end of
It's
it.
visually beautiful, and it's an amazing piece of film to watch.
Right. But Well, I
Nope.
mean,
I'm gonna just
well,
leave it.
yeah, well, look, I know you're not spoiling it, but what I'm saying is, it's funny is because we all whenever you talk about that, your next reference is Doomby,
Right.
a piece of shit movie that was made in this town where all this shit goes on, and then you realize it's like a $2 million fucking ad for anti-abortion. You know what I mean?
It's
It's
just-
like, dude, come the fuck on.
We have three moments of the face. It's the time I saw the postcard at the Sphere. It's fucking Doomby, and it's Hall H when they Doomsday RDJ. It's like
Oh,
three
yeah.
moments where you go,
the fuck.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, what? And the problem, the only problem, and I'm genuinely saying this, it is a feat it's a technological feat to watch this.
Oh, for sure.
The Sphere, right?
I mean, I get that part.
And it was mesmerizing. It was beautiful. It moments, there were definitely tear-jerking moments, not with the story, but because you're looking at the grandiose beauty of this planet.
Right.
That is all true.
Well, it's like when you watch that shit on BBC or National
Yes.
Geographic where they have all that 8K fucking oceans and shit.
God, hey, man. We get it.
It's
Okay.
yeah, it's awesome.
I make this joke to Nicole every time a new one comes out on Netflix or Disney, because every time they go, with never before seen technological advanced cameras. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know, man. I got it, right? First it was HD, then it was 1080, and then it was fucking 4K, and now we're at 8K,
12K.
and now we're at some sort of weird, like, digital OLED, and I'm like, hey, man, I got it. There's bumps on the back of the wet frog.
Yeah.
Okay, got it, dude. Hey, what do you got this in slow motion? And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, hey, is this
what was funny is when I was in the hospital.
Sigourney or Pierce talking?
When I was in the hospital last year, and I'm lying in bed, and it was a little bitty ass TV they get in there. You figure for the money you pay, they can fucking and when you can get a fucking 42 inch for like fucking $130 bucks now.
They got
Fucking
something
spring
smaller than
for it.
this bitch. Yeah.
So, I mean, that would have been incredibly much bigger than
Yeah.
the one I had in my room. And I'm watching, and that's all I'm watching, right? BBC, and I'm watching all kind of crazy shit on there. But I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like I'm watching this show right now on Netflix. I think it is called Broadchurch.
Mm-hmm.
It's got one of the Doctor Who, the guy that everybody knows,
Right.
and it's just like they're in this kind of oceanside, town, and it's like cliffs and beautiful oceans, and then like
Yeah.
anytime they need to fill a little bit of time, they'll just fucking pan out
Yeah, just here you go.
and just
What you
say,
got?
"Hey,
Ocean?
here's this breathtaking look from the cliffs, or here's the waves coming in." It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? I want to see that shit, Cameron. I watched this documentary before. I thought I was actually going to go see
Oh,
Fire
did
and
you watch
Ash.
it? Because it's so cool, right?
But yeah, it was a whole like lead up.
Dude, I watched them too.
And
I watched it after.
they were
the time.
talking about all his Titanic shit, where
Dude.
he was down in the Mariana Trench.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, look, how this guy go? How this guy even get into truck driving?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what he did before he fucking did Terminator.
Right.
This guy was a truck driver,
Mm-hmm.
and next thing you know, is he like a Jobs type guy where he's just like he's big picture?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Clearly.
like, hey man, it'd be fucking rad if you could make me my own submarine so I could go down to the Titanic and
Dude.
film my own footage.
Two things. You know he's that
And if
way.
you got dough, it
because-
fucking happens.
He only thinks long game, big picture. Because like every other director would be like, take Mario. They took 20 years to make the Mario animated movie, and then they made it, and it was super awesome. And then they were like, all right, cool, we're making another one in 1 year. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, the reason this one was awesome is because you spent a
was
very long time.
20 years in the making.
Well, that's him. His whole life is this big picture process. But like now he's like, I think I want to do Alita Battle Angel after 4, 5, and 6 of Avatar. It's like, well, goddamn, when is that? 2040?
I'm
When are
gonna
we
be
doing this?
I'm gonna be fucking 75 years
70 years
old
old?
before I get an Alita.
That chick's gonna be 50.
Yeah,
But he watching that documentary, right? Because it's like a 2-part,
yeah. I think the first part came out.
and it's so good. But like as I'm watching them, and they're just like, well, we needed to film the whole movie underwater, but we didn't have a glass pool with a wave machine, so we had to build a glass pool with a wave machine, and then we had to build, and you're like, wait, what?
Oh, look,
That scuba mask they invented for the kid that they invented for the movie.
I want to say this. I take it back. There's 2 people in Hollywood that will fucking get anything they want. fucking Tom Cruise
Mm-hmm.
and fucking James Cameron.
Anything you want.
You know what I mean? I
What do you wanna be in space?
Probably, I don't. Spielberg probably could get what he want, but I don't think he's like that. Like,
But even he didn't want to shoehorn aliens into Indiana Jones, and they made him.
right.
He really didn't. He was like, I don't want to do the alien angle.
Well, I mean, that's where they fucked up is that part. Like, man, Raiders. What was the second one? Temple of Doom, and then the Last Crusade.
Last Crusade's so good.
Fucking so good.
Such a good
So
movie.
good. And then why? Because they just kept to the script.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us fucking crazy, ancient, fucking like mysterious
Yeah.
shit to look for. They gave us fucking somebody to hate Nazis,
Mm-hmm.
and they had fucking just slap her around a little bit. They
It's great.
they
Yeah,
had
dude.
fucking Connery
Go Conor.
playing his
The
dad.
King of Spain.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the fucking King of Spain, dude. The fucking Scottish. They conquer Spain. Is that why fucking he was the King of Spain in Highlander? But my point is,
Okay, we didn't give a shit, dude.
all those movies, as big as they were, in a sense that Spielberg kept it simple. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
You loved Indy, you hate Nazis, and you want to see, Nazis getting vaporized when they are when they open up the Ark of the
it's
Covenant.
awesome.
You know what
It's
I
the
mean?
Coolest scene.
And then they brought in the fucking crystal skulls and fucked all that up. And then they tried to fucking de-age, have this big part of the fifth one where the fucking compass or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were de-aging Harrison Ford. And look, he don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No.
I mean, he's pretty much, you listen to any interview, he's like, they gave me a check, I showed up.
Yeah, dude. He every time he's just like,
He's no different than like fucking Wesley Snipes or fucking any of these people that do like 5 or 10 movies a year, and it's
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Mickey Rourke's got going on.
Yeah, it's like, hey, the check cleared, I'll show up. What do you want me to play? The
Yeah.
fucking King of France,
Okay.
and this fucking Wesley Snipes, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Whatever, check
He's like,
cleared.
L'Ambaton.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But the thing about Ford is that he's doing big numbers.
Big numbers.
And big franchises.
Oh, dude, did you see?
His shit ain't going direct to stream. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Unless
you
he's getting
see,
paid.
And man, again, this is one of those things where you go, this has nothing to do with the person's acting ability. This has everything to do with the your agent
Right.
and your ability to say yes to the right projects. Because I looked yesterday, there was a big write up about it. It was the highest grossing actor of all time now, and
Oh, it was Saldana.
it was Zoe Saldana, and it has nothing to do with her part.
Only followed by
It's-
fucking Scarlett Johansson.
But it's only because when you realize she's in Star Trek,
Yeah.
Avatar,
Yep.
and fucking Marvel.
Guardians.
And they're like, it's like, oh, she's not the highest grossing actress because she's fucking Meryl Streep,
Right.
right?
I mean,
That's-
she,
yes, she's great. I'm not
great
saying she's not
actress.
great. That's caveat.
Pe-
she
pe-
is
people
awesome.
always people get tied up in the comparisons, but
Mm-hmm.
you're saying as far as like, yeah,
She had
can
the
act
right
her-
agent.
Yeah, she was like, oh, no to this.
Right.
What's this crazy ass movie where we're going to be in fucking bodysuits for 12 months and take a movie to make, and it's
Take 14 years of my life.
right, waiting
Right.
for a sequel, right? And then now, and what was crazy is how, and I want to say, I mean, I don't know how much AI is figuring to, and that's what we talked about before about how AI could shorten the time frame of people to edit and create
Right.
worlds, especially in a movie like Avatar, where
Right.
the entire place is fucking on a backlot. There's no like practical sets.
Right.
It's all green screen. And when you're relying that heavily on CG, it can't be fucking half-ass. And again, you go back to Cameron. Same. You even could be said for Lucas.
Yeah, of
When
course
he
you could,
waited-
especially with Star Wars.
When he waited so long. Now, we've argued on previous podcasts that, there was a lot of things he could have done in between.
Right.
But
A lot
I
of things.
understand in his mind, he was thinking, well, I got to wait fucking, what, 89 was the last
Yeah.
one to fucking 1999. 10 years he needed technology to catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, we got to take a minute. Man, the other day, it's this thing. I like when somebody has the mindset to push something, right? Like,
Right.
whether it's a Jobs who, I don't know how to build the iPod, but here's what I want to happen.
Right.
And then Lucas is like, how about me and my crew do figure out how to just do this thing that can't happen?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Cameron, let's do this thing that can't happen and make it happen, right? And I haven't watched it yet, but I just saw, because they posted it, but that Weta posted.
oh,
that
Peter
they
Jackson's
have-
shit.
No,
Yeah.
Tron. They were like, here's
Well, no,
the
but,
suit.
but that was another thing. That was a Peter Jackson thing. Was Weta.
Okay. I knew Matrix, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but that came on the heels of like Weta, and then they did all the Lord of the Rings, and later I think they wind up using, because Jackson was a producer, so I'm sure Weta did all of the ones that followed.
Yeah.
But that was
You know
the
what I
kind of
like?
deal.
I like when I'm watching a movie, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter, but I'm watching it and it'll be like, oh yeah, visual effects, Weta, and you're like, all right, cool. And then you keep scrolling, and then all of a sudden, like 4 more credits down though, it's all ILM.
Oh, for
And then
sure.
they go, and I'm like, oh, you
Yeah.
can't not.
Nobody's doing anything
Right.
on a scale like that where
they
it doesn't
still-
involve ILM.
They're still there.
Dude,
It's
have
like,
you watched that documentary about ILM?
Yeah, of course I have.
That shit is
It's
fucking
the best.
I tell you what, Disney may have been fucking fumbling the ball on like their like main IPs of like what they release on streaming.
Sure.
But one thing that they haven't fumbled on is their fucking documentaries
dude.
and behind the scenes
Oh.
about it. Whoever's in charge of that is fucking murdering it, dude. It's awesome.
The genius thing they did, whether you like the TV shows or not, the genius thing they did where they do the behind the scene 23-minute type documentary of shows.
Right.
So they're like, oh hey, here's a fucking mini doc about this last episode of The Mandalorian, and you're all like, that's so cool.
I watched I just finished all the ones that they did for the last season 5 of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I mean, the show was great. I mean, they kind of left it ambiguous at the end
Sure.
and the wrap up, and that's fine. I mean, it's not one way or the other, but then they have this moment. Not if you hadn't seen it, I don't want to
I need
spoil
to.
it.
It's fine, but I need to.
But like the next day on YouTube, they would have, hey, behind the scenes of episode 1, 2. I think there
I
was
love
8
it.
episodes, and then, man, you watch those, and then I just watched. They had the last one, which is like a 2-hour documentary about the I mean, because there's some. They gave those Duffer Brothers like an open checkbook, and they built all these crazy practical sets, and it was
That's
a
cool.
lot of money,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it. But that was a big gamble because now, I mean, even I don't know how much it took to make Fire and Ash,
Yeah.
but everybody was saying it's got to do $1.2 billion
Right.
just to break even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I thought was really interesting about Way of Water and Fire and Ash was when you do talk to, like, you see the interviews with Sam, Never Got Famous Worthington, and
He didn't
Zoe.
need to.
I know, but it's so funny. But when you watch
You're
their
gonna be
interviews,
spending that Avatar money.
and they talk
to his
about
last
things
day.
like, oh yeah, I was on vacation in Barbados, but I got a phone call, and Cameron was just like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? And they're like, oh, what's going on? He's like, I just need to film some water scenes. And it's like, the movie's not coming out for 7 years,
Yeah.
right? But he was like, yeah, no, but we just finished the pool, so could you come in and do some pool shots tomorrow? And it's like, wait. And he did the same thing with all the kids in the last movie. He was like,
Yeah.
hey, you guys stay here because over the next 9 months, I'm just going to randomly
Hey,
call you and
here's
be like,
the thing: if all of them are getting paid,
right. Hey,
you know what I mean?
hey, Arnold, fill in the blank,
Hey,
random little kid. Can you come swim?
I'll give you fucking $70,000 a week just to
Yeah.
fucking hang out and wherever they were,
Just show up.
New Zealand or wherever they were shooting that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you got a couple of days?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, what's going on? It's like,
Hey, I'll give you $100,000 to fucking fly to Hawaii. We're doing some Avatar
I just
shit.
need some, and it's like, that's not at all how you film a normal movie, right?
No.
Like a normal movie's like, hey, man,
But
we have 71 days.
we're talking about a guy that, as of I don't know, a week ago,
Right.
is the only director ever to have $4 billion grossing direct movies that he directed of all time.
Your timing was perfect. Did you see the article and then the number one comment? I was like, "You dickhead idiot!" But it said, the only director to ever have $4 billion hits in a row.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, "Well, he's only made 4 movies in the last 20 years." I was like, "Okay, that's not the point. I get what
Yeah,
you're
but-
saying."
See, that's what irks me the most, right?
Right.
Is
Yes.
people don't understand Like, and maybe they're not as inside baseball as me and you are, and we
Right.
follow that shit that's not just the actual movie.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
fucking ingrained in
stupid
everything
shit,
involving
yes.
around it.
Yeah.
But that's big. That's
Right.
like that's why Warner Brothers goes, oh, you need to take a decade to
Mm-hmm.
fucking fucking explore Titanic
Mhm.
because you just made us
Go for
a
it. Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
$1.5 billion off of the first movie.
It makes me
You know how
think of
much
this.
he got. He was
This
getting a big
is-
piece of that.
First of all, though, here's the reason I hate any kind of sentiment like that. Though is this, it's not next to, but it is genuinely, truly impossible to be a guy who's had a $1 billion hit.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
And this guy's got 4. Now, my reference here isn't don't misconstrue this as like, oh, my love for the band. It's not that, but you want me to hang tight?
No, you're good.
Okay. In like 1992, Pearl Jam releases an album called 10.
Right? Fucking badass.
All 10 songs were hits.
yeah.
All 10 songs are amazingly great, well-written songs. It doesn't matter if you like grunge or doesn't like sort of sound, fucking Seattle or the 90s or rock or whatever. As songwriting goes and as performance goes, that is a perfect album in order, all 10 songs. The album's named 10. There's 10 great songs on it, right? And
Yeah.
then they go and the next album's got like one good song on it, and then everything else after it is, unless you're a super fan, it's pretty much just
What do they
garbage.
call that? The sophomore slump?
Yeah. And so, yeah, and then they just failed out of high school after that. And then people love them because they went folk, and then they got all like into like activism and whatever. And that is what it is. I don't care. But my point is then people go, oh, yeah, they only had one good album. It's like, hey, first of all, having one good album is damn near next to impossible. I'm sorry,
Right.
one great album. But having an album with 10 songs is like, hey, dude, most people can't write one good song. These motherfuckers
Right.
wrote 10 songs.
10 bangers.
It happened to be their first major label debut. That's all cool, right? That's
Right.
because they didn't want to leave anything on the table because that may have been their only shot, and they knew it.
And I get that.
So, and I respect that, right? And as when you see something, it's like, hey, man, no, you have to respect that. Because people go, oh, yeah, but wouldn't it be much cooler if it's like, no, actually, it's not cooler, right? Because Seal is still around, and Seal's probably released like 25 albums. Guess what? We only know Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah. Nobody, yeah, I couldn't
Or
tell
that
you.
Never Gonna Survive song. You're never gonna survive unless.
Yeah, but wasn't that on a movie
Yeah,
soundtrack
they
too?
fucking-
Those two songs were on
And it's
every
on the
fucking
Batman soundtrack.
movies in like the late 90s, you
And
know,
that's-
early 2000s.
It's cool as shit that he had those 2 hits because it's like, nah, man, I might have a bigger respect for Pearl Jam going, hey, here's our big giant, check this out, every song's a hit. Other than the guy that's like, yeah, dude, I guess Seal's still making albums, and I guess he's selling tickets at casinos all over America or whatever. But like, I don't know a single Seal song that's not those 2.
Right. And, you know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, to have 1 billion, one
to
movie
have
reach
one.
a billion. And, you know, his first one happened in fucking what, 97?
Right.
Which was, nobody in their right mind would have thought a movie was going to make a fucking $1 billion. And look, and that was back when you bought Titanic, it came in like a 3 cassette fucking
was
brick. You know what I mean?
It was massive. Yeah.
And you're just like watching it, and it's just like, oh, all right, somebody get up, fucking doing,
Yeah.
fucking rock, scissors, papers. So you have to go put tape 2 in.
By 1999, that triple VHS quadruple, if you had the dock on it,
Yeah, yeah, the
under
special features,
special feature
Yeah.
dock on the VHS. So it had 4 tapes in that one. But it became a running joke as a pawnbroker because I was in the pawn business at that time, and it was just my early year of starting. I had just started, and I was like, hey, dude, we sure get a lot of these. And my boss goes, hey, anytime a movie's ridiculously successful, he goes, after about a month of it on video, you'll start seeing it kind of flood the stores. He goes, but if it's insanely successful, he goes, it'll flood every pawn shop in the country all the time, and it'll flood all the shelves, right? And I thought he was kind of being silly, and then I realized that's what happened. And so by the year 2000, it became a running joke of every pawn shop that I ever knew that I worked at, anybody that managed, you would try to make one full shelf
of Titanic.
of just Titanic, and you'd put it straight across. And then some people would use that as their ads. Like they would spell stuff like sail with Titanic tapes on the big VHS rack. And I watched it happen time and time again. Every time a movie was insane,
you could like, build you could have like just one corner, and then he could just build you like an entrance of fucking Titanic tape.
It was so funny, dude. That fucking.
Where's your video? Go through the Titanic wall right
the
there.
Titanic wall. Take your journey through.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't want to take anything away from anybody. I always want to don't ever take it for granted. And it's the same thing when just to take it back to my world of music, but like when people shit on a one-hit wonder, I always look at it 2 ways. First of all, it's really hard to have one hit.
Yeah, man.
And a one-hit wonder, it's like, dude, those are massive.
And it's funny because you think of like in your life now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, for me, my situation, like if I could, like now in my 50s, man, if I could just, maybe sell one project,
right,
one screenplay, you know what I mean? And then, and how hard that is, right? And then you got people
damn near impossible,
right? And so my mindset is like if I sell one, I'm not gonna be fucking driving a Corvette the next day,
right?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay off my house. I'm gonna get out of debt. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do all that.
See what happens next.
Right? Maybe I write another one.
Right.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I show up back to work the fucking next day. Yeah. In a couple months or whatever, and I get a job again. But at least I had one, and it did all did all the things I wanted to do with it.
100%.
And just fucking live out the fucking rest of my life. I have that one credit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hey,
that's my credit.
I got credits now. I mean, you look at some of these movies that get made in town, and I fucking, show up and kind of force my way in, and next thing you know, I'm getting like a producer credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Or a special thanks. It's like, hey, man,
that's something.
Maybe I'm just a boring old civil servant, but
it's cool as shit.
Hey, if you go watch this movie and you stop it at this time, you're gonna see me in there.
It's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't hate on one-hit wonders. I hate on them if they can't understand it. Like maybe this is it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's depressing. Right. Yeah.
Where they're still trying to grab that fame, and like you said, as hard as it just to get one. Very rarely do you find like Pearl Jam, like fucking Michael Jackson, Thriller, dude.
Right. Yeah. And then to have a string
everything has to live up, even now.
Yes.
Fucking 50 years later.
Yeah, has
to live up to fucking what Thriller did as far as like commercial success.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying was a big album for 50. But it didn't.
Thriller.
It wasn't even in the fucking same neighborhood as fucking Thriller.
No, and it's
that's
really
20,
tough.
like 20, 30 million copies, hard copies, record, tapes, CDs.
Oh yeah, when
still selling.
Them.
Kids are, now it's download, but up until like the streaming took over, I mean, people were still buying that shit. Like you never heard Michael Jackson? Go buy Thriller.
Right. Yeah, dude, it's awesome, and
But with that kind of success, you get a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
And with Cameron,
right?
They were like, oh, so you're gonna look. If I did something that made somebody $1 billion, and I'm gonna go fuck off for a couple of years, and when I come back, I'm gonna hit you with another one.
Right.
Why wouldn't you go? Okay. Because when you come back, and he did it 4 times.
Right.
There is no project in Hollywood he could take on anything, and somebody's gonna give him an open checkbook to do it.
Oh yeah.
Just because of his success, and that's like, who's bigger than that right now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's other directors that could probably do that, but Cameron is just fucking hitting.
What's crazy is that, like, there's directors who can do really cool stuff, and then there's these directors that we all kind of know, but then, like, in a funny meta kind of way, like, everybody knows the infamous Entourage thing, and they had, like, Cameron's doing Aquaman on Entourage, and it was really cool, and it was really funny. But then, like, Aquaman comes out, and Cameron's like, no, I saw it.
Yeah.
And then that's all he kind of says. And he goes, that's not the way I would have done it. But, yeah, it's a fun movie. And he acknowledges, like, hey, no, that's cool for what they did. And he goes, my problem was, and then when I finally watched him talk about it, and he finally, like, he waited a lot of years, but he finally was like, my hang up, he goes, I couldn't get past the physics. They didn't nail underwater physics.
Right.
And and it's like, yeah, you have, a fucking autism level of underwater concern.
I mean, Cameron and Nolan in that way, especially with how Nolan approached Batman,
right. Yeah,
is in the same way. It's like, look, Cameron's like, look, I can't do what I want to do because we're on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Physics on Earth are set in stone.
Yeah.
I have to take you to another fucking planet where anything's possible. And they drop all the hints at the beginning. The gravity's different. It's lighter. That's why these fucking crazy birds are flying around because, gravity is different on Earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's the same thing with the Matrix. They told you, you're not in the real world. You're in a fucking simulated and rules don't apply. And once you can convince your brain that the same rules don't apply, you can do anything you want, like jump from fucking skyscraper to skyscraper or fucking dodge bullets.
Are you saying I could dodge bullets?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, you say I could dodge bullets?
I had to show this to Nicole because it was too good, man. I don't know if you like them, but I love when 20, 30 years after some giant movie is successful, you get to watch screen test of things.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get to see other actors who are either now famous or were famous at the time.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy who were like up for the part.
Dude, I just watched, and I don't know if Alex Winter posted it originally, but it was the audition, but we're not talking first level audition. We're talking, this was probably third callback audition.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
That's close.
Because, like, this guy was in the costume, but not really in the costume because it's the way he looked anyway. It was Bill and Ted's third call. You could tell this was like, hey, we're down to 2 people audition.
Right.
And it was 1989, 1988 Pauly Shore.
Shit.
It was fucking perfect. And it made me go, oh my God. That would have worked.
Yeah.
Because this was just before all the other ones.
See, that's why I hope there's like an alternate universe.
Dude, I'm telling you,
if I go
watching,
from 616 to 617, we got a Pauly Shore fucking Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
He was so good. He was like, all the movements were, and I was like, dude, it worked because that's how Pauly Shore acted. Whereas Keanu was like, I'm acting like a goofball.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, you're kind of a cool motorcycle guy who's handsome. Pauly Shore was like, I'm zany with weird hair. It's like, because you're zany with weird hair.
Yeah. I think if you asked a guy who imagined that character, I'm sure it was strongly influenced by fucking Pauly Shore at that time.
It was such a cool thing to watch because it was so good. And him and Alex had the chemistry, and you're kind of like, man, in another world. Because I get when they show those Back to the Future ones, it's depressing because Eric Stoltz looks like a fucking stone wall. Yeah. He's the wrong guy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know.
The wrongest guy.
I can't believe they filmed the whole movie and we're like, you think he's the right guy? It's like, no.
Yeah.
You didn't figure that out on
It's
day
like Eric
2?
Stoltz and fucking Ron Howard's brother. They're trying to fucking play Marty McFly.
Yeah, dude. It's this is shit. And they're like, do you think we should...
Well, this guy, his brother's Ron Howard. And I go, yeah, but he looks like a fucking ghoul. Why are we going to make him fucking Marty McFly?
And they were like, hey, I know we said rap, but what if we reshot the entire movie with Michael J. Fox?
Right.
And it's like, no, we finished. It's like, yeah, I know, but what if we just didn't finish? And
But again, that's the thing, Michael J. Fox kind of like, he was that character. Like, he was a short guy.
He's got the denim jacket. He already had
he's got the fucking puffy vest and the denim fucking Levi jacket. He's got the fucking, the pompadour.
Yeah, he's already got the hair.
He's got the hair. He was a good-looking dude. He was just like, he was the height of a fucking 12-year-old. That was his only drawback.
him and Machio just couldn't age.
Right. Well, at least Machio had a little bit of height on him.
Machio had height. He was kind of lean.
Just like he aged like fucking a vampire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clearly.
Yeah, dude. That dude is definitely he benefited from some kind of weird genetics in his family because it's crazy.
Speaking of on the nose, I don't care. I want to watch this movie. I think it's a prime original.
You talking about Opie?
No.
Oh, we got to get the Opie.
This is too on the nose, but I've watched it thanks to YouTube. I watched the trailer for this new Momoa Batista comedy.
Oh yeah.
It looks genuinely funny. It's on the nose, right? Like a lot of it's kind of like going hammed, where you're like, all right, guys. But when he calls them out for being like, he's like, you guys look like fucking, like he basically, like he makes a rock reference because they're both what they are.
Yeah.
And he makes like a reference to their fucking steroid use and all of the, he's like, it's so on the nose funny that I'm like, I want to watch this.
Oh yeah. Well, look, if it's an original story and they're going to make it like a buddy kind of action comedy,
I like buddy action
and
comedies.
you got Momoa and you got Batista. Both of them have comedic timing. They're funny as fuck. We've seen them be funny in other movies.
Funny.
That was really one of the big things that I feel saved that fucking Fast and Furious X or whatever, 10.
Right, yeah.
Although it was
number 12, but yeah.
Momoa was like just
Can't
fucking
count.
out of his mind, you know what I mean? And he played this, crazy character. And then we seen, Batista's Drax be funny as fuck. And so, but, and that's what I think where they got wrong with Roadhouse.
Right.
As much as
they missed, as much as I like it.
Much as people like it.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's the most horrible movie.
Right.
But, the original Roadhouse was not like comedic or,
No.
Yeah,
you only
satirical.
laughed because of the circumstance made you laugh, not
right.
because
we were
like,
laughing because, that dude got fucking punched in the face, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like that maybe, and then fucking goddamn involving Conor fucking McGregor, fuck off, man.
Bow-legged ass. Yeah.
Fuck off. I mean, you're give us a remake of Roadhouse. You know what I mean? Fucking serious, fucking brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody looks good. I mean, I know that's what you love. You like everybody to look good. Give us a good soundtrack and pretty people. Fucking John will fall in love with anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
And
dude.
I get
Ultraviolet, garbage ass movie, but I wouldn't know.
Right. Oh yeah, you talking about a fucking shitty movie.
I wouldn't know because when you turn it on and you hear, I'm like, well, I'm already in. Right? You got laser noises, and then Mila shows up in some weird fucking purple skin. I'm like, all right. Hey, how about Sansa? Fucking, did you see the picture? She's
Sansa as Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
No, she is it like
no she
photos?
No, yeah, they released the first photo. Where they 90% good.
Hey, look,
I'm gonna say
nobody's talking shit about Angelina Jolie's run as Tomb Raider because I loved all those movies. Those movies were fucking rad.
Angelina Jolie had the two things that Tomb Raider needs, and that's the only thing that this girl's missing. Is
all she missing is jugs?
Yeah, everything else is great.
Oh yeah,
the outfit's right. Her face, she's got the accent, she's got the acting skills. It's just
right. Well, I didn't mind this. Vic Tander.
Me neither.
Alicia.
I thought she did really good.
I thought she did a really great job.
Yeah,
but
yep.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is they missed out. They missed out on my girl, Peggy Carter. What's her name? The actress.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Look. I'm not saying she could probably play a older Lara Croft,
right?
But she had all the proper requirements to fucking play my video game Lara Croft,
right?
You know what I mean? Because she's
that's what I'm saying.
Packing.
Yeah, all the comments online were like, "Hey, she just 2 triangles is all she needs," and I was like,
right. It's funny you talk about Tomb Raider. It's like I just remember being a young man, right? And you're playing that, and then that was back. I don't know if it was the first game, but it was the first game that I remember where you had that kind of like 360.
Yeah, that was the first.
Where you had like everything was open world, and you could get in.
You could move and
it was part of trying to figure out how to figure out shit was being able to move the camera angle and try to find things that you didn't see
to find
before.
the way to up.
Right. But then you spend most of your time trying to put the camera angle right up her.
Yeah, that's all.
The crack of her ass because you wanted to see what was going on, right? Or you were just.
Then you're fucking. It would shake.
Yeah.
You're
like, hey man,
it's
what's funny in Red Dead Redemption 2, like you could go into first person and you walk around the camp, and there was like this one character, she was super hot, and you could walk up and like look at her ass, and if you stayed there too long in that angle, she would actually fucking make a comment. Like,
oh yeah,
what are you fucking looking at? You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck.
They
get it that dudes are playing this game and everything, and the graphics are so crazy. Now it's like all these mods for Resident Evil where like these chicks with giant tits are running around fucking killing zombies.
I have 2 games. I have a fighting game that does it, and then I have
like Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive.
Yes,
You remember
and
that, dude?
yes. And one of my Dead or Alives now, like Dead or Alive 6, I think it is. But it's got like you can build your character and then you size all the parts, and I'm like,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
insane. But also Conan Exile, because the original Conan game was really good, but this Conan Exile, you build him or her, whoever you want, whichever barbarian you want. So you can build like a jacked or skinny version of
Oh,
Conan,
yeah.
and all. You can really go all out. Same thing with the girl.
Linebacker
You can
or someone who writes
get her
code.
with narrow shoulders and huge jugs, tiny waist. You can go crazy with it. And I'm like, this is a wild ass game
Yeah,
to play.
you
And then I'm
just running
playing.
around. It's like, hey, we need you to crawl in this roof. There's no way she's getting those
She's
tits
not
through
fitting
any
anything.
fucking hole in the wall.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. But
Um,
I mean, I hope. Look,
I hope it's good.
she looks the part.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I
Give-
hope it's cool.
give
That's
us
all that
a-
matters. I
give us a
liked
really good
Vikander.
movie.
I watched it again the other day, and you know what I really like, is the
I'm waiting. They're supposed to be having a new game come out this
Yeah, they
year,
are.
and I'm excited for that, dude.
yeah before GTA 6.
Yeah.
The elusive. What's it pushed
Hey
back
man,
to?
they did me a
November?
favor. They did me a favor because I'm still on the fence about like streaming.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's like like people got famous by it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be me commenting on the game that I'm
Yeah, yeah,
playing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Link does that anyway.
right,
If I was smart, I would have a camera on him and just be making money.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do that at home, and nobody's watching me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I've kind of been doing over my sabbatical is, kind of straightening, figure out a place in my room that I'm gonna have I'm gonna be
Oh,
a
it'd be dope,
50-year-old
dude.
man with a fucking streaming
Fuck it,
setup.
dude. What's it? Eric Griffin does it.
Yeah,
You know, he's funny. You're funny. It works.
that's what I hope.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'm funny.
No, what's good is fucking Netflix's Tomb Raider cartoon. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah. Well, no,
Man,
I'm gonna try to get to
It's
it.
good. I mean, if you're into
before-
cartoons or anime shit, it's good.
Well,
Like,
no, I've been watching. I gotta finish up the spy one. What was the game on Xbox? The guy with the 3 night vision goggles. Fucking what's it called? It's like Undercover or Spy or something like that. Anyway, it was a big game. Splinter Cell.
oh yeah.
So there's an animated show on Netflix where it's kind of like
Yes.
in that world, and
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
watching that, and that's pretty violent. It's pretty good. But
Yeah, I never watched it, but I remember it. Yeah, I watched because I was watching some other anime they had, and I was like, man, that's really good. And then I was watching I put on the Tomb Raider one, and I was like, this is dope. It's a really good representation of Tomb Raider.
yeah,
Like, it really feels like you're in that world.
right. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
and that's all we want really is to make sure that people, give it. I mean, it's the universe, man. Use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's all kind of shit you can do.
So I have this thing. So sometimes, right? Here's another one. It's again about this on the nose stuff. So Kurt Sutter, who can't keep a job. One of his next projects is again with Bautista and Momoa, and I'm sure Tamora is going to show up in it because you can't. But it's about a New Zealand biker gang, right? And I'm like, hey, it's on the nose for Sutter. It's on the nose for Momoa. I get it. Momoa just shows up with his own bike and his own clothes.
Yeah,
I get it.
he's dwarfing it.
So yeah, he's dwarfing it. That's the word. That's the phrase. And then sometimes I really appreciate the on the nose, especially when it's done right. Here's what I mean. There were 2 Steve Jobs movies that came out, and I don't think the Fassbender one was good at all.
Yeah, I
But
like the
the one with Kutcher
Kutcher.
was
Yeah.
he did a great job, and everyone's like, we only said because he looked just like him. It's like, yeah, he looked just.
He looked
like
more
him.
like Jobs than Fassbender could ever like
look.
Jobs.
Fassbender was one of those things where you're like, you only got him because he just came off an Oscar. If he hadn't have just come off of some fucking Golden Globe Oscar,
that's when you have a studio who's like, "Oh, we can get Fassbender." Well, like, is he right for the role?
No.
Is he gonna
No,
give you
he's
like
not.
that Steve Jobs? Not like Kutcher.
not like Kutcher. And Kutcher played
He had
like
the height. He had the skin
had the
tone.
height.
He had the hair.
he looked like because when they did the side by side of him in '75,
yeah,
they
young
were the same
Steve
guy.
Jobs. Yeah, they're identical
It's
almost.
identical. And then you go, no, man, Kutcher does know how to act when he's forced to act, but also he has to at times play a kind of a weirdo, and he nailed the goofball weirdo. He just
Oh,
did. He
yeah.
was like, hey, I'm awkward and I don't want to talk to you. And it's like, you nailed it. And was it on the nose? Yes. But am I happy with it? Yeah. Because sometimes it's right. Now, I understand that Ryan Hurst has a beard.
Is that why?
Okay,
Is that
that's
why
all
do
I'm
you
saying.
think that
It's
that's why
like,
Opie
yeah,
is going to
dude.
be the next God of War? Or
Hey,
is going to be God of War?
Hey, who's got a beard?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, do we need
Well,
somebody
hey man,
tall?
look,
Yeah, but we
I saw
can't-
that, and the first thing they did is they had a
Momoa was booked.
yeah. Momoa can't do it, right?
He's
doing
filming
his own-
Fast 11,
He's
which is
filming
actually
like
14.
an actual God of War
Yeah, yeah.
in fucking,
Yeah,
you know.
he's in Hawaii filming.
Yeah, he's
the God
actually
of-
like a fucking Maui. You know, he's actually filming an actual God of War.
actual.
We got Opie playing Kratos. But here's the thing: how are they gonna make him jacked?
I don't know.
Is he about to get the Hugh Jackman treatment?
He's gonna have to because I think he's old. I mean, he's our age or some shit, right? The guy's not. He's not young.
No. And here's the thing: I get it, the beard, the voice,
He's got a cool voice and a cool beard.
and you know they're gonna shave his head and you know shave all that beautiful hair off that he wore. You know, but here's the thing: Opie was a tall, gangly dude. He wasn't a fucking jacked.
Nah, they're gonna jack him or wear a suit, one or the other.
Yeah, but why? You know what I'm saying? It's like, when are they gonna go? Are they gonna give Opie a year?
Yeah, give him a year.
Because at this
We'll
point,
throw him on the Hemsworth.
Kumail and Johnny could fucking step in and play fucking God of War. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all
He's
he has to do
fucking-
is grow a beard.
He's fucking jacked to the gills still after
Yeah,
the Eternals. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. It's
Opie gonna have to hit the gym hard.
because he's always been tall. I mean, he's a good looking guy. He's got the crazy beard, good hair, tall. He's got a cool ass voice. But like, he's been recently. He was in aside from Abandons, he's been in this Bad Omens, a metal band, and he's been in their videos playing like a psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like he's doing acting, right?
Right.
So he's kind of serious and stern and somber. So you don't picture him as that. But then when you see him cast as that, you're like, oh god, he's tall with a beard. Okay, this is how we're doing things now.
You know what I mean?
Am I happy that Ryan Hurst has a gig at all? Hell yeah. Because
Sure.
I still feel like the world owes him everything.
Is this
for
going
the
to
death.
be? Have they confirmed if it's going to be live action?
I don't know. But I feel like
Because I could get it if he was maybe going to voice,
Animated be
but look, if they're going to animate it, why not get the fucking originator?
yeah, then just get the
Just have
right.
Teak, what was his name? Teak from Stargate to come back or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
and do the voice.
Yeah.
So if they're doing live action, man,
Right.
I mean, unless they're going to do it like fucking Cameron, you know, they're just going to fucking.
Hey man,
It's
gotta
going to be
better
live
than-
action, but it's going to be Cameroned up. You know what I mean? And he's going to have
Yeah.
a suit, and he's going to be mostly CG.
It's got to be better than World of Warcraft movie.
Oh yeah. I didn't hate
I
that
didn't
movie.
hate it. I saw it at the movie theater. I didn't hate it, but it's not.
They should have probably took another 6 months and went in there and dialed that
Just missed-
CG in. It was CG down. And well, yeah, and it
missed the
missed
mark.
Yeah,
I don't hate it either, and I watched it. I mean, not only did I watch it at the theater, but like whenever it was on like DVD or something, I think it came through my shop, and I ended up.
and I
I've
don't
watched
care
it
if
several
Paula
times.
Patton was a 7 foot tall green ogre. She could get it.
Yeah. I wasn't mad at the movie, but you knew it wasn't everything a World of Warcraft movie could be, especially at that time when that game was on top of the world.
And I've never played 1 minute
Man,
of World of Warcraft.
I don't know if I ever told you the story. I played it for one night. Did I ever tell you this story?
No.
So one day, I'm sitting there with my, I had a Mac. It was my first MacBook Pro, and I was waiting on some songs to download or whatever.
Right.
And then the little alert popped up, and it said, "Right now, World of Warcraft free, free download for the game. You get a trial." And then it also was like, "Hey, but also you get 30 days open world free."
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, "Oh man, you know."
And it sucked you in.
And well, here's what happened. I was home alone, and it was about 7 p.m. And I did the download. I started it, and it's like, hey, pick you want to be a good guy, bad guy, orc, whatever, horde, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. So I make my little guy, give him a name, and I'm like, all right, let's see what happens here, right?
Right.
And I'm playing it. Now I'm sitting, my piano's closed, and I have the laptop here, and I'm sitting there playing this game. and I'm learning how to play it while also like exploring this world and reading all the stuff that's popping up, right?
Right.
So I'm like all the little any quests, any information. I'm just sitting there like, oh, that's cool. And then I noticed like it gets windy, and I was like, oh man, this windy shit's really cool. And then all of a sudden, there's this little orange peak, and it starts raising up, and I was like, what the fuck? This is so cool. I was like, that looks like a real sunrise. And I was like, that's awesome. And then I glance up over my piano, and I see that the sun is rising here.
Oh, no shit.
And it was the first time I
whatever
realized...
time zone you're in, it
whatever
follows?
time it follows. And that was the first time I realized the game did that. And I think they were one of the early ones to do it outside of like maybe, I don't know, what, EverQuest or
That's
something.
crazy.
Anyway, so...
How does that work?
So I'm like, oh, no. I was like, wait. And I looked at the clock, and it was 6 a.m., and I realized that I had been sitting there playing this game from basically 7:30 to 6 a.m. nonstop.
Yeah, when I got COVID, I remember I was home for back when they made you stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it wasn't that hard because I got into RDR too,
Oh, yeah.
and I just spent 2 weeks
Right.
doing all the side quests. I don't even know if I really stuck with the main story.
Mm-hmm.
I was like fucking hunting deer, legendary animals, getting pelts, fucking killing bandits, you know. And then I realized like, oh shit, 12 hours
Yeah.
has elapsed.
And what I realized is that I didn't finish the song that I was saving and trying to get to the right. I didn't shower, I didn't eat,
Yeah.
and I didn't sleep, and I had to be at work at 8.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like, this game was cool, but it just took my entire... And I deleted, though. I was like, oh. And I just walked over and hit delete, drug it to the trash, and never went back.
I had a supervisor, and I mean, I'm sure he's still alive. And I think she still
R.I.P.
lives in town. You know, R.I.P. if he isn't, but I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a job, lived with his dad,
Yeah.
their dad, and he was 24 fucking every waking hour. He was World of Warcraft,
Right.
like spending real world money
Yeah.
in order to get to play this game. And I'm like, man, it just seemed, and this was like 10 years ago.
Right. And now
It's just like, it seems crazy.
And now it's...
Maybe even longer, because it's been around for a minute.
It was probably a little bit longer ago, but it's the same thing, because that's how mine was. It's
15
longer
years
ago.
for
Mine
sure.
was 15 years ago, probably, or more, when it happened. And I was like, oh, this can't happen.
Yeah.
Right? But now, like, I watch Lincoln, and, like, Link plays these games for hours on end. He's using real-world money to get the things he needs, But then he's also really good at it. So I'm like, well...
Yeah. I mean, I play Grand Theft Auto online, and,
Right.
I've been playing it for 2013.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're 13
Exactly.
years in. And, yeah, at times I couldn't play it because I got a job
Mm-hmm.
and I got to do stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Dude.
but even now, even in my sabbatical, I haven't blown that entire time. It just seems
Right.
ridiculous at 50 years old that you just burn hours entire
It's
days
weird, right?
playing video games. Now, if it was rainy and cold and there wasn't no,
That's when it's
Something to
That's when it's
do.
worth it.
right, and I sit at home and my brother goes to work and it's just me and my pug, and I just fucking sit there and fucking expand my criminal enterprise on Grand Theft Auto, that's fine. I mean, I
For
could
sure.
probably go to a movie, but you can't like just drive around with the windows open like today. Today's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's
Beautiful day.
sunny. It's cool.
I did the same thing. I
You
drove
know,
to the store, windows down, enjoying myself.
I mean, yeah, I drove around fucking blasting Ronnie Millsap with my windows down through the
Yeah.
barn, and I'm just saying, yeah, like I wish that I could just be frolicking in a fucking park somewhere.
oh, for sure.
It's just not.
Well, there's also like things that I like. Like there are times when I get real hung up on productivity on myself, right? Because I have I don't know if it's Catholic guilt or something from childhood, but whatever it is, whatever lingering guilt that I was impressed upon me as a child, like I'll start getting all weird, like, oh man, what did I accomplish today? Plus, as much as I post, like, hey, do something today, as much horse shit as I'm shoving down people's throat to like you know, make a difference in the world, be something today that you weren't yesterday, whatever. So then I'd be like,
Hell yeah, I've seen your Facebook
if I
post.
can't live the life, I can't be here telling everybody else to do it, you know, even though it's only one fucking day.
Love, create, be kind.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
whatever
whatever
it is.
horse shit I've spew it out. But like, I'll get mad at myself because I'm like, man, what did I do for these 3 hours? Did I really just waste it on this? But then I find cool things to do.
We'll start a YouTube channel where I just sit around with no instruments and just karaoke like all my
Yeah.
favorite songs.
Yeah, why not?
My point is, I thought, man, people are going to think I'm an idiot. But then I realized, like, yeah, but people have to watch you to know that you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then they share it, look at this idiot, to
Right.
their friends. And then their friends watch it and they're like, look at this dumbass. Let's share it with some other friends. Before you know it, you got a fucking 10,000 views. You can make
Right.
a little scratch that way.
You ever
You
seen
know what
that
I mean?
old black guy that just listens to like yacht rock and then shitty covers and then he like jams out to him? It's the coolest guy to watch ever because he puts on a song and he's like, it's like a Michael McDonald song and he's
Hey, first of all, don't shit on Michael McDonald.
right? And the guy's all like
Fucking
dancing.
Michael slaps, dude. All right. But I get it. But that's what I'm saying. I think I need to open up this side hustle of just filming reaction videos. It's like, but here's the thing. What gets me about that is you have people who have like, I've never heard Metallica.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, you've never heard Metallica? I don't care what race you are.
Yeah, dude.
At some point,
You telling me
either you watched a video game or a movie, or even
Yeah.
when a team is being announced on a fucking basketball game,
right?
you know, and that
Well,
Enter Sandman or
Yeah, dude.
you know starts playing. It's like, get the fuck
I
out
watched
of
the
here.
shit out of those Drumeo videos, and
Oh.
I've gotten
Yo.
so mad when they show
Chad
somebody.
Smith.
Right, Chad Smith.
When he shows up, dude, it's
It's
the
over.
fucking greatest.
It's the
the greatest because that guy
like-
is what you want from a super famous drummer who's kind of like, oh, Dua Lipa wants me to fucking get down.
Yeah,
all right,
dude.
I'll do it.
Yeah, him. There's a handful of drummers where you're just like, you're the best. Travis Barker's goddamn icon. Chad Smith's icon. What's funny though is when it's like a nobody or an up and coming or some kid in a band or some old black jazz guy, and they're like, I ain't never heard no. But like, you know, they play Papa
Well-
Roach for Stamos, and he's like, oh, I don't know this, and I'm like, yeah, you fucking do.
Look, if you've spent you live in LA, bitch. You're riding around, and this is
Stamos.
before your fucking phone connected to your car.
Exactly.
You didn't listen to fucking K Rock or any of those LA stations, and you didn't hear "Cut my life into pieces." Yeah,
Everybody knows it. We just sing it on key together.
shut the fuck
right?
up. Yeah, you
This
know what I mean.
motherfucker-
You've heard that.
And then of course he plays it and he does a fucking great job, right? He's like,
I would rather, now I would rather them say, "Hey, Chad, you know this song." Yeah, I know this song.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it to you without drums.
What would you do?
What would you do? You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'd fucking watch that video.
Oh, yeah.
I'm clicking on that.
Yeah, sometimes it's just hard to. Sometimes I buy it. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I really don't think this girl knows that
Now,
song.
if you got a guy who's like fucking played with fucking BB King on there and still alive, and he's like,
Right.
oh no, I've never heard Tool.
right, yeah,
That's fucking
that's
believable.
believable, right? Or they show like a 17-year-old girl who's in a punk band and they're like, hey, this is an Iron Maiden song. Okay, I believe that.
Who in the
right?
fuck is Iron Maiden?
Right, that's 100% okay with me.
Yeah,
Right.
super old jazz
super
drummer
old-
or like 17-year-old pop drummer hasn't heard fucking
That's fine.
Yellow Ledbetter. Okay,
Okay,
we
totally
get it.
believe it. But when it's like, hey, we're
I'd
here
be
with
more
the
impressed if they're like,
fucking-
oh, I know Pearl Jam. They fucking rip. And you'd be like, oh fuck, I love this chick. You know what I mean? She's fucking rad.
Instead, they're like, hey, we had the drummer for Third Eye Blind. He's like, wait, who is this? They're like, and you're like, hey, man, you know who it is. You probably toured with him, you motherfucker. Like,
Who's Edwin McCain?
Who? I don't
Who's
know.
that?
It's so, it gets
The
a little
fuck outta
horse
here.
shitty at that
The
time
fuck
because
outta
you're
here.
like, hey, man, I know you know this song. Hey. Especially when it's like a soundtrack song, you're like, bitch, this song.
Yeah.
is
Have
in
you watched
every-
movies?
Have you watched any movie ever?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't catch the whole monologue, but I did see that what's her face did the Golden Globes comedian.
Glazier,
Yeah.
Nikki.
I watched some of the clips of it or whatever, and she's like, "Hey Hans, just wanted to say thanks for soundtracking all the movies. You know, we never get tired of hearing She's like, you do that really well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Hey, man. Can't hate on Hans. You
Nobody
can't
does it
hate
better.
on Michael, John Williams.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's the
Dude.
shit.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I found that Sirius XM where it's just like all of John Williams, you know, soundtracks, his original music for like all the Star Wars and Superman.
It starts to feel
and
like
all
it's
that shit.
the soundtrack to your childhood.
Oh, for sure.
Like if it's the score to your childhood.
And people
here's
think
the
I'm
deal.
an absolute dummy.
I do it.
Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some like there's
Right,
some
yeah, yeah.
why
Something's
are you
wrong.
listening to soundtracks? I was like,
I used to do
first
it on
of all,
Patrol.
you take it away from you take John Williams away from Star Wars.
Star Wars sucks.
Look, I'm not saying I'm the big most like orchestral like guy that listens to that, but like Star Wars and Imperial March and all that shit. That shit sticks with me.
Here's the
Has
thing.
stuck with me.
Similar era. So take John Michael Jare, who made all the music for Miami Vice. He's a synth guy.
Right.
He composes shit for weird sci-fi movies. Imagine putting that strange 80s synth Miami shit in
it wouldn't
Star
work.
Wars, right? It
No.
wouldn't work. You'd be like, this
Because
movie's
you know
fucking corny.
Lucas meant for that to be like an
Right.
epic, and the only way you
That's-
get epic is like you got to bring a guy in. He's got to have a fucking 100 people in front of him
Yeah, I need
with
that.
instruments, and he's just fucking
I feel like that's the deal.
Running the
Something
show.
like John Williams is a great score for your life, and one-hit wonders are the soundtrack to your life. We could act like they're not,
well, yeah.
but they are, right? When you hear Mambo Number 5, it's like nobody knows.
And
who.
again, I go back to our era where we grew up.
Yeah.
Like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s. We're in the fucking 20s
Whatever,
now.
in
We're about to be in the
goddamn
fucking
goddamn
30s. You know what I mean? We're about to be in the 30s.
Dude, I swear to God, the fact that we were born in the late 1900s.
Where in the
is
fuck is
weird
our
as
flying
shit.
cars? They're almost here. You
Dude,
know
the
what I
fact that we
mean?
were
we got
born-
self-driving cars.
Right.
That's almost here. I mean, it's pretty much here.
I think we were born closer to World War II than we are to whatever now is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a weird feeling to think. It's like, wait, what? Like
When I was
World War
born,
II
like
felt like-
Vietnam had just
happened.
ended, and,
Right.
and we were only 30
we're still
years.
getting a guy out.
Yeah, we were 37 years from the end of World War II.
And that's
You know what I mean?
insane.
crazy.
Because when we were kids, it's like, what fucking black and white archaic world did you live in? And it's like, nah, dude, that was basically 95 to right now.
I remember when
You know what I
floppy
mean?
disks were the size of like fucking standard paper.
When they were this big, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? It's like it was 8 by
But
12 fucking floppy
it's,
disk.
It's weird to think about it when you look at how antiquated those eras were, whereas now we've jumped. We've got this monoculture thing going on instead of having like a counterculture and multiple different things going on. Everybody's kind of one culture now, so there hasn't been a lot of change in the last 10, 15 years. Everything's just kind of the same. The music's similar, the fashion's similar, the type of movies we're making are all
Well,
similar.
yeah, all that shit comes around in some form or the other.
Yeah. And so it's all this weird
Now
thing
we're
that's
having to
going on.
suffer through all these shitty fucking remakes that we beloved in the 80s and 90s.
They're constantly. Dude, fucking
Yeah.
Point Break. Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
they fucked that all up. Go
Jesus
fuck
Christ,
yourself
dude. You
all
can't-
the way off, dude.
I watch Point Break way more than I should, the original. Like,
Oh.
I watch it often.
Utah, 2. Give me 2.
Dude, it's so good.
I do that when I ask my brother for something from the kitchen. Utah,
Yeah.
give me 2.
It's so
And
good.
he does not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it makes me laugh.
It's so good.
Yeah, he goes, "What's that
There's so
from?"
many-
I go, "Motherfucker, you never seen Point Break? I failed you as a brother."
Dude, I just to be extra annoying, every time it's slightly cloudy, I will like literally walk out to my yard where there's the field and I'll just look up and at the sky and I'll just look to the left and look to the right. And Nicole's just like, you hear a sigh, right? And she's like, don't fuck. I'm like, she's really talking. She's just like, God damn it, here he goes.
We're going green.
Go green, baby. She's just like, greenage. Woo! She's, but I can't
I
not
don't
do
know.
it.
I don't know why.
I can't not do it.
See, you experience the kind of level of joy I experience when like people like they know that you're gonna make some kind of ridiculous
Yeah.
movie reference that
Right.
maybe look. Twister was a successful movie, but
Right. I know that movie inside and out, baby.
right, but who hasn't watched that
Right.
movie? I mean, that's one of those. I would put Twister in the same category as The Green Mile and Forrest Gump and Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
Whenever that movie comes on fucking TNT,
Tombstone.
Tombstone for sure. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter where it's at in the movie. It could be
Oh, dude,
fucking
I don't care if
10
it's the
minutes
end.
from the ending, and I'm
It could
gonna
be the very
fucking
beginning, and I have something to do. But guess what?
beginning,
Not
middle,
now.
or end. I'm watching it to completion because
Yeah, dude.
those movies are just fucking.
Dude, I watched that cool.
Tombstone is the heat of
for sure.
westerns.
Dude, I watched that documentary. Have you seen it on Netflix? It's like it's I don't know. It's like Wyatt Earp and the something way and the cowboy way or some horse shit like that. It's got
No,
some,
I haven't seen
it's
it.
a really good documentary. It then compares some things and they do. Yeah, it's cool. There's also this really shitty Tombstone movie, and the movie is like it's a revisionist thing,
Right.
and they tell it from different angles and people tell the story as what happened and what they saw,
Oh yeah.
but then they office it, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, I watched a few minutes of it on Tubely and I was like, I'm out,
Oh,
right?
well,
Because
here-
it was too weird. Like,
Here you go.
he's got a mustache
He was
on and
on
he's
TV.
like, I was there,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait, what? And he's like,
Who this guy supposed to be fucking
and
Doc
then,
Holliday?
yeah, and then like some guy brings him his coffee off camera and he's got a watch on, and you're all like, wait, what? The
It's
fuck?
like they
And they're
didn't
like,
have fucking moving cameras. Well, no, I mean,
right.
they had to have been right at the
Right.
beginning, when they had like moving pictures, dude.
But the movie's supposed to be like that. It's just revisionist, and like everybody tells what
I
happened.
mean, they were still
after it
fucking taking
happened.
tintypes as far as like
Oh, dude, for
photography.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I didn't make it long. I didn't-
Behind the scenes of fucking Tombstone, as told by
As
the
told
people
by the
there.
people
Yeah,
there.
fuck off.
and it's like 15 minutes after.
I want you tell them hell's coming and I'm coming,
Dude.
or I'm coming
I'm
and
coming.
and
Yeah.
hell's coming with me.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
That's
No, I figured that out the other day during my sabbatical. I've had rewatched Tombstone,
yeah.
and I just thought, oh, this is the heat. Because every action movie now has to have like a heat downtown LA shootout, right? We talked
Yeah.
about it. Den of Thieves, they wanted it. Any other movie, they try to recapture that, what Man did in 95. And it was just like, I remember watching it in the theaters with my buddy
Yeah.
Max, and I'm like, yo, this shit is bananas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And every movie has tried to live up to that. And then when I realized that with Tombstone, that all these action westerns are trying to
Oh, they're all trying.
they're trying to be like Tombstone, and it's just like it was a one of a kind. And I
Dude,
will
And Netflix keeps
I
putting them
never
on.
I would boycott. I would
Oh.
go stand in front of fucking Warner Brothers and go, do not ruin this.
Don't
This
do
movie is good as the way it is
forever.
forever.
It's
this
not.
is it should be like an unwritten rule in Hollywood
Yeah.
that like some of these big movies should just be left as is
Don't
because
fuck with Back to the Future.
Right.
Don't fuck with Tombstone. Right.
yeah, you
Just
know what I'm
leave 'em
saying?
there.
The classics. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to make a western, because was it you and I talking about Bone Tomahawk?
I don't know, but I was just about to bring it up.
Have you seen?
Yes, of course.
And how fucking violent that movie is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, that's all they could do.
And it was
though.
like it was hard to watch because it was
Hard.
like overly violent.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the first time I saw like Hostel.
right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
look, I mean, I get it, but Jesus Christ, you know what I
Jesus,
mean? He's like,
dude.
we don't need to see you like take
Oh.
this guy's balls off.
Dude, I shouldn't like Nicole doesn't do violent movies typically,
Right.
and I should have given her some sort of heads up. But like a handful of years back, we're like wanting to go to the movies, and then she's like, "Oh, hey, there's a new Johnny Depp flick," and I was like, "Oh yeah," but I knew it was Black Mass, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
we get there and it's like 10 minutes in. She's like, "What
The
the, fuck?"
Whitey
And I'm like,
Bulger.
"Hey, this is a Whitey Bulger story." And she's like, "Okay." I was like, "It might be a little," and then it was like excessive. Like he's
Yeah.
just a
well,
murder.
it was the one thing I thought about The Departed.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm not shitting on Scorsese,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just saying it's like one of those. It's like we were talking about it when we talked about that fucking Ray Stevenson Punisher,
Right. Yeah.
where it was just ultra
Halo.
violent,
Right.
and it was just like
Oh.
I mean, the next flick Punisher we talked. We
Right.
won't get back
Yeah,
into
yeah.
this. It was violent, but it was done in a
Done
different
in a
way,
different way.
where it was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah. What something just slipped my mind. I was about to say something and then I forgot it.
Yeah.
I wonder what it was.
We'll never know.
I know, right? It was about to click. I was like, "Oh yeah, there was," but it wasn't Punisher. What were you saying right before that?
what we talking about? Ultraviolet, Bone Tomahawk,
Yeah.
Black Mass, Tombstone.
No, it's after that. So I don't know. I'll see if it'll come back to me in a second there.
Yeah, those iconic movies should just be left as is.
Yeah.
There's
for
no
sure.
need to try to like, or like I understand that they're making a Heat sequel.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Oh,
only reason why I'm on board with that is because Michael Mann is
yeah,
directing.
Man's on board. That's what I was going to say. I always bring it up because up until, I mean, now people have tried to push the envelope, but on that very day, that was absolutely the most violent movie I'd ever seen in my life. But, like, go watch just Rambo when he's in Myanmar, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
he's in fucking
he's
like
cutting all those people in half with the 20
He's
millimeter.
using that thing, and you realize right then you're like, part of you's going, "Oh man, these are crazy effects," and you're like, "Are these effects?" Or did Stallone pay like the guy in charge, like, "Hey, here's $5,000. Let me just," and they're like, "Yeah, go."
Just run
Right?
wild.
Like, you know what I
You
mean?
know,
Like some of you're watching, and you're like, "Hey man, I think he's murdering."
Yeah.
This might be just Stallone's killing a whole village of Myanmar,
Yeah.
Burma war zone.
Well, it was kind of like shit. I just lost one too, but
it's insane.
yeah.
Go back and watch, especially that scene after he
Well,
rips
have you
that
ever
guy's throat.
have you ever watched like the newest one, the uncut version?
Yeah.
Where he's like underground on a ranch and he's fighting a cartel
Yeah,
and he's just fucking these dudes up.
yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, oh, this is what I was gonna say. And I had an uncle, R.I.P. Uncle Al, who, when he was in Vietnam, he sat on like one of those 50 cows
Mm-hmm.
at like the perimeter.
Oh shit! And just
You know what I mean? And I saw a picture of him sitting there after he just ripped off a few rounds and like the middle of the barrel was like glowing red.
oh man,
But if you can imagine if people got close enough and the Viet Cong got close enough and Uncle Al had to fucking just rip on them with a belt-fed 50 cal and just watch these motherfuckers explode.
just explode, dude.
And that's why he never talked about it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you would ask him questions and he would just like, I mean,
Yeah.
at least for me,
Mm-hmm.
he may have told my cousins everything, but like when I'd ask him, it was just
Yeah,
like
I got a lot of tight lips up from mine. Too.
he wouldn't. It was like he never heard the question, right? And I could
Right.
just only imagine, dude. You're at the perimeter and you got fucking people. Not only are they shooting at you, but you start cutting loose with heavy shit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
had to been
the-
fucking brutal.
My two Vietnam vets, one of them was a big inspiration in my life at one point, but it was a lot of, I did what I was told, son. That
Right.
was a
And
real
then some
common
of 'em-
answer.
Some of them would be like, "Oh yeah, I remember this time, man. We fucking threw a grenade inside this fucking hole,
Yeah,
and
every now and then you get some wild ass story where you're like,
so it exploded, and we're standing there, and we noticed there's fingers on the ground.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, what the fuck?
yeah,
It just
Yeah.
imagines if I was in Vietnam, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Those are fingers, dog. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. You know?
is that gold?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's an elbow. Hey, man,
Hey,
shut the fuck up. We just murdered murdered whoever was inside. Look, I get it
I
was
like it.
war.
yeah. I know.
I look, I'm not trying to say like, oh, they're murderers. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like, you got to take into account that like, there were some
Mm-hmm.
dudes that wanted to kill us, and I get that. But we also just tossed a grenade in there and just fucking blendered everybody in that fucking, hideout. It's just like, and fucking fingers blew out.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, man, I get it, we
Yeah, yeah.
survived, but let's not, fucking get excited that
Mhm.
fucking appendages were being blown out of this hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave Tombstone alone.
Leave Tombstone alone, man. Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us, people. Second podcast of 2025. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening.
Yeah.
We're recording it. Today is the 15th. We got a new pod going live already. I don't know if I'm going to give you a twofer this week and just hit you with one on tomorrow, hit you with a Thursday and
1-2
Friday
punch.
podcast. Fresh off of still on my sabbatical. Fresh off of my
Sabbatical pause.
50th birthday party, which I had a fucking blast. I
Happy
hope
birthday.
everybody enjoyed it as much as I did.
Seems
I got a fucking pellet gun. It's fucking rad.
That's what he needed. More weapons.
No. I'm just saying this year, at 50 years old, I got presents like I was fucking 13.
I know.
I got a fucking crossbow. Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
I got fucking throwing stars. I got a fucking pellet gun. I got fucking night vision goggles. It's like everything I fucking wanted as a child.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Take care, folks.